Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Small Town USA, the first farm on Arthur's series is to get Big Bud. Mike is with me tonight. We are going to get our fields prepped. I think, we finished up the harvest and everything last time, right? Micah!
I think so.
And we brought home these two Big Buds.
I know, I can't wait.
But let's see. Our fields, I think, just need to be cultivated at this point. The downside is, I found out that with
No, it says they need to be plowed.
Oh, they do need to be plowed. Really?
Yeah, well, 33 does, and part of 1 needs to be plowed.
Let's just do the whole thing.
31 and 26 also.
Okay, well, let's do them all.
Do we have enough plow?
We have one big plow.
Wait a minute. On my map, it's telling me part of 1, 26, and 31 need to be harvested.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 26 isn't harvested yet.
No, it's clear. Oh, now on my map, it doesn't show that any of them need plowing.
Okay, then mine must be messed up. Okay.
You got mussed up map.
Yeah, I'm all mussed up.
Well, I guess what I'll have you do is take one of the buds.
Oh, goody.
And you're so good. And cultivate field number 1.
That's the yellow?
That's the yellow one.
Okay.
Now, I did find that this cultivator. I want you to do the two big fields, number 1 and number 31. I will plant number 33 and 26. Okay. I did find that this seeder,
number 1 and 31, right?
Yep.
Okay.
That this big green seeder does not work well with the Big Bud 450. Disappointingly, we'll try it, but the Big Bud can barely turn with that seeder.
What? You're kidding me.
It gets stuck, and it'll only turn like 20%. So you end up having to go backwards, forwards. And I tested it out by getting the actual Big Bud, the 747.
Yeah.
And there's no problem with that one. So it's almost like this tractor doesn't weigh enough to pull that seeder. And what's ridiculous about it is that I actually drove past a farm today that had like a 1980s Ford tractor, big 9000 series, but not articulated, like a regular old tractor. And he was pulling a seeder that is almost the size of that green one that's in that barn.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm a little angry because I was playing around with it on my Westbridge farm and it wouldn't work. I ended up having to buy the bigger Bud to make it work. So we'll see what happens, but the 450 may not be big enough for our needs. So you went to Longhorn, huh?
Yeah, man. I just got the 6-ounce Dallas fillet.
Their fillets are so good.
They are.
I tried a strip steak when I went to Outback, New York strip, and it was good. But there's something about the filet mignon, like just the softness.
Oh yeah.
It's a much better cut. Some guys like that fatty stuff for the flavor, but I just don't. I can't get into it.
Some of the fat I can do as long as you can chew it up. The ones that are hard, gag city, man.
Yep.
Gag city.
Now see, I can't use Little Bud for the cedar either. Bummer.
Oh my gosh, my tractor is like going. Oh.
Having a hard time?
Lag. Yeah, bad lag.
Oh, lag. Okay, well that's different.
Okay. Well, you know what we can do? Really, I think what we should do is, when we get a chance, we should sell one of the buds and get the big one and just have the biggest one and the smaller one.
Yep, I agree.
Because really, there's only one real big bud.
That's right. Well, but there are 450s and stuff like that. There's a bunch of those.
Uh-huh.
I think they made 350s up to 550s, and there were tons of them made. But big butt.
Wow, this thing is so beautiful. Good job, Giants. Good job.
Lucky. I'll take my little John Deere and do the other field. Mostly just to empty this thing out because it's going to be.
Oh. Now this is really disappointing because I should not be having this problem. I upgraded to 60 megabytes a second.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
weren't you weren't having that issue before, were you?
No, I wasn't.
Huh.
That's what you get for upgrading.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Are you? Have you been doing any World of Warships lately?
No. I want to though. I've
They're
got people
doing
asking.
the hunt for the Bismarck, and it's free.
What is that? Oh, you have to like earn a certain amount and get a Bismarck.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Mason have been doing B-Dog.
Beat a hog. Yeah, I'd like to join you guys sometime.
And they're not very hard missions. They're just random missions. You gotta.
But what tier
know.
are you guys on now? Because I'm pretty low tier.
Well, the minimum tier to start is a 5, and I only have 1 5.
I've got a bunch
So
of premiums that are above 5 though.
I've been running my Texas like crazy.
Oh, I love
my,
the Texas.
My captain is now a commander.
Oh wow.
Got so many skill points now, yeah.
Yeah, I really like the Texas. I think it's a great ship. What should we do? I'm going to do, let's see, why? I'm going to do barley up here so we can have straw. Well, Big Bud's here, but I don't get to use him yet. Hang on, let's see. I'm going to unfold this guy. This will be done pretty soon, though, and then Big Bud will come into action. Because this only has 900 seed in it left.
Oh yeah.
Yep. It's got a ton of fertilizer, but I don't know. Do I just keep using it till I run out of fertilizer? I mean, I don't know what to do with that.
Well, we'll just do what we can.
I wish you could.
Oh my god.
What's the matter?
I hardly drive articulated tractors,
Oh yeah.
and the outside view is like making me, what's that car sick? That's giving me car sick.
Articulateds are a little bit easier with the steering wheel and pedals because you have a little more finesse control with it. You know.
Yeah.
Trying to make a nice turnaround down here. You said, ugh.
It's just so touchy.
It is touchy. It's touchy and it's crabby.
Yeah.
So I might have to run this seeder for a while if I want to. I guess I don't know. Maybe I just call it a loss on the fertilizer.
I would run it and use it until we're done with it. Like as far as the seeds go.
Okay.
Whenever the first one runs out, then we're done.
The seed's definitely going to be the first.
Yeah.
I've got 2,000 fertilizer, and of course the fertilizer runs in there real slow, and only 800 seed.
Well, you could always just fill it back up again with seed.
Yeah.
But I think the worst is to run out of fertilizer and not enough seed, or have too much seed, not enough fertilizer.
Right.
So how you been? You been good?
No, these allergies have been really, really bad. Like debilitating. I'm going to call my insurance tomorrow and try to figure out like if I can see a doctor and try to get some shots. Because it's like literally I get about half done of what I need to get done. Because I'm just pooped all the time. I'm sneezing. My eyes.
You're all exhausted.
My eyes are watering. It just makes me, it wears you out.
Yeah.
So I just realized I need to just call it a loss and go see a doctor and try to get shots.
Now, how are your lips?
Better. I think
Okay.
it was two things. I think it actually was allergy related.
Oh, good.
Because if I stay inside, they don't get numb. But I also think because I was sneezing and blowing my nose so much that I was actually like chapped. My lips were chapped. So I started putting like Burt's Bees on them. Like the chapstick.
Okay.
and it's pretty much fixed the problem. So I think it was a combination of them maybe getting like calloused or something because I was blowing my nose so much. So we'll see, but I haven't had any issues with that. So thankfully, it's like one down.
Good, because that was always, that was worrying me a bit.
Me too. It's just weird. Now, how's that tractor doing with that cultivator? Is it seem to be doing okay?
Yeah, I mean it's running beautifully.
Okay.
It's just my lag is killing me.
Gosh, that sucks.
Yeah, I know my parents are trying to watch a movie, so. But shit, I got 60 megabytes a second,
Yeah, it shouldn't make a difference.
and nothing else was running.
Is it the same provider that you had before?
Uh huh.
Well, that's good. So that didn't change because that sometimes changing providers can.
We from Time Warner to Spectrum.
Okay.
That's the only difference we did. They could be throttling me down or something.
Yeah, but this is so low bandwidth. I mean, it's not like it's like a heavy application. You're downloading gigabytes at a time. This is the first time we've played since you've had Spectrum?
Needs to warm up. With you, yeah.
That sucks. And no issues like on World of Warships or anything like that?
No,
Okay.
other than dying all the time.
Well, I know how that goes. Now I've got a trailer full of fertilizer. How do we get that into this?
I think you just have to pull up. Oh, what? Oh, I don't know.
Or the track, I have a regular solid fertilizer tractor thingy.
Right.
Let's see. Well, I think we'll just call the fertilizer a loss, I got 520 left on this. Though maybe, gosh, I don't even know if I'll be able to finish this field. Maybe I should do a little bit more seed with this. Because it'll be unevenly fertilized if I don't. I didn't think about that. Come on. But, yeah, I got good news sort of today. The company that owes me a bunch of money finally responded. And they're like, we're so sorry. We'll get it to you as soon as possible. Please send us this, this, and this, and we'll take care of it.
What?
I'm just like, okay, good.
Oh, they needed to prove that you.
Well, but they just needed, they want to know which ones are behind, and typical big company stuff, they have no idea. She's like, well, you need to send a PDF with all 4 of the ones that are missing on there, and we'll take care of it. And I'm like, all right.
Oh, good.
I'll tell you what, it's like, I will go from behind the 8 ball to just ahead of the 8 ball.
Yeah.
But I do have, my mortgage is paid. I just got another $1,000 check today from another project that I did. I've got 2 weddings this weekend, so that'll be about $1,000. So,
is your big bud tracking right?
Do you have it pulling?
Mine seems to be slowly drifting to the right.
Huh. No, I'm not using it because I can't use Big Bud with this.
Okay.
No, but I wonder if it's getting pulled to the right because of the implement. That's one of the things I was running into. Like the implements are too heavy for the tractor. It almost renders the tractor unusable because the whole point of the Big Bud is to
pull the big stuff.
Pull the big stuff, right? But the small, it can't pull the smaller stuff because the smaller stuff all has like regular
3-point hitch.
Yeah, like the 3-point hitch. So you'd have to use one of those adapters, which I might just pick up.
It's stuff like this. You just really wonder, do they really test this stuff?
Right? It's apparently not. Because that seeder only has a 260 horsepower requirement, so the tractor has enough horsepower to do it. And it's larger than the other tractors, so it should be able to just do that seeder no problem, but it has problems. And we will see it happen. The other thing, too, is like somebody pointed out in my review, like in the comments, why didn't they give the 450 dual wheels?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because a lot of those 450s have dual wheels. He's like, what the heck? Why didn't they?
That's another DLC that we have to pay for.
Big Bud wheels, $2.99.
That's right.
But I haven't seen any come out yet on Mod Hub, so people are like, oh, we'll get them for free. And I'm like, I don't think you're going to get them for free. If anybody watched the JCB stuff, that stuff didn't come out for free either on the mod. Because those mods, they don't unlock the content for that. It's not like you can just copy them. You have to make your own, and they're usually crappy, you know. But it would be cool to see some mod versions, like mod variants of the Big Bud. What the IT Runner did was, if you had the IT Runner, you could use the stuff, but if you didn't, you couldn't.
Oh.
But then they released the IT Runner truck. Remember that? Like in the 15 when they released the IT Runner truck?
Yeah.
But you still couldn't get the trailers unless you had the IT Runner pack. So there were a couple different trailers than what was in the game, but they didn't have the trailers that were not in the game. So
Yeah, this version there's several different trailers. I get confused. Like, which one do I want? What's the difference, you know?
well, I know them because I had the DLC, so they're hold on one second. Ladies and gentlemen,
No
we will be
problem.
right back. She still takes care. She talks to the customers for that kind of stuff. So, sorry, folks, we had to take that phone call. That was my ex-wife calling. She got the emails about getting paid. She's like, "Yay!" She percentages all that stuff because she does all the communications. So, she gets a 10% bonus off the top. That way, I don't have to pay child support, or I pay child support, but I don't have to pay alimony. That was our agreement. I'm like, I'll pay you, but you're going to do work for it.
Hey, that's good. At least you're willing, man. There's some people who aren't.
No, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I could have been a total jerk about it. I don't know that she could have because of the drug stuff. So I kind of was like, either you can do this or you can have nothing, and we'll go to court, and you'll probably never see the kids again. Why don't we do it the easier way?
Yeah. Well,
You know,
plus,
not to hold a
you know,
barrel over
there's
someone's
so
head,
much-
but
you win more often. I mean, you don't have the child support, but
Right.
you also the kids can visit their mom, and they have a nice place to go to.
that's
to
what
see
I
their mom.
right. That's what I wanted. Right.
Yeah.
So
Would you do me a favor?
yes,
Would you jump in this Big Bud and run it a couple of times
yeah.
and just see if it's just moving to the right, just slightly? What I did is I just set the cruise, and I let it go. When I was running the gas, it didn't seem to do it, but
Okay, now if you want, could you switch with me, and then could you take this tractor to the? We need more seed in it.
yeah.
I'll fold this up. All right. I'm in the
What
450.
tractor is it?
It's the John Deere with the
Oh,
seeder.
okay. More seed? Okay.
More seed. What's up, Ryan?
I've noticed that's how it works with the guitar. It just clicks one day.
Yes, absolutely.
I figured out the finished harmonics just randomly. I was like, yeah, now we can do it.
Oh, good.
I forgot. I just instead of doing it, like I see people do it like this. They hold the pick like that. Right?
Yes, that's how guitar is. All of a
I do
sudden,
it.
one day, it just clicks.
I see people do this, right? They hold the pick like that.
Yep.
I do it that way. So I pick with this and my thumb at the same time.
Yep. As you learn stuff, it'll just click.
It just clicked. I was like, yes. I've been trying to do that for months.
It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling deep
I'm glad
down
he's
inside.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's getting really good at it, actually. Every time I hear him, I'm like, Ryan. He sucks at bass, which is really funny because he can't hear the notes. But he plays guitar really well. I'm like, dude, you're rocking. Like, he plays a lot. Like, I go in there and I'm like, he's playing stuff that, like, I have a hard time figuring out. I'm not really having any issues with it pulling. It's a little tricky, but it's not pulling at all either direction.
Even with cruise on?
Yeah, that's what I'm running. I'm running cruise.
Okay. It's probably my controller then.
It maybe have a little. Is it an Xbox controller?
Yeah.
It's probably just drifting a little bit. I've had that happen with those. If you dial in a little bit more dead zone, it should fix that. But I've had that happen before with those. Let me know if you want to switch me. Now this is working fine with this cultivator. I'm not having any problems with this. Like as far as turns and stuff. That's good news. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say maybe it's the. I don't have that issue with these other tractors. Maybe it's just that one is so touchy because it's what is it? Scissor action.
Yes, for sure. Yep. Yeah, it will be kind of touchy. Yes. This thing's a beast.
It is.
Okay, good. So this works with the cultivator, no problem. It must be just an issue with that seeder. Which is funny because this cultivator has a higher horsepower rating. Dag nabbit.
You think maybe the seeder's too light? Nah.
No.
That wouldn't make any difference.
No. Right. I mean, maybe. So Mark got his car.
I seen that.
Yep, and then lost his girlfriend.
What?
She dumped him the same day.
Oh, come on.
That happened to me too. You know, the day that I got the best guitar I ever bought, probably, or one of the nicest guitars that I ever bought, my girlfriend dumped me. I'm like, what? Come on. Can I have one nice day?
Gosh.
Yeah, she called him.
Is it just a long distance relationship wasn't working?
That's what I feel like the actual problem was. She was mad about. Maybe I shouldn't go into the details online.
Yeah, don't go into details.
But there was something that happened between her mom and him, dealing with like friends and stuff. And it was I don't know. He stood up for people that he should have stood up for, and she got mad and was like, "You need to apologize to my mom." And he's like, "Why? She was wrong." You know, and she was, and so she's like, "Well, if I don't want to be with somebody like that won't, you know." And he's like, "Well, what? That won't, bow down to what people want." Like,
yeah,
will stand up for themselves. So he was pretty frustrated, but just like that, just gone. They all unfriended him, and like nothing. That was it.
Even the people he stood up for.
After 3 years, no. But after 3 years of relationship, it's like just gone, over, done. He was just like, what? So, but you know, she was a really nice girl. There were definitely differences. You know, first of all, I just felt like, you know, they were little.
They are from Michigan, right?
No, they're right around the corner, like right down the street.
I thought he had to go to Michigan.
Well, she's in college in Michigan.
Oh, okay.
But I just, you know, they were just. I don't know. I felt like he always had to kind of be on pins and needles. Like they just have, you know, just different. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but you run into that when you date and stuff, and it's like it's a learning experience. But you just. If you have to be somebody else when you're with that person to make them happy, then that's really not a good situation.
No, it's not going to end well anyway.
No. So, towards the end, it kind of like, you know, I kind of could see the writing on the wall. It used to be like whenever she would come around, he would flock off and be gone, you know, and you'd never see him because he was like busy with her and you know.
Do we have seed back at the shop?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I drove to the shop, thinking we didn't have seed at the barn, so.
Do you need me to buy some?
Right choice. Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing here.
Let me get down to the end of the.
No worries.
How much do you think we should fill that?
Let me see what the map says.
You want to try 2,000, or just 1,000?
Yeah.
Try 2,000.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or let's just do 1,000. I hate to keep making it run back and forth, but I feel like if we could just get it that field done, then we'll sell it off, and whatever's left, we'll call it a loss.
Okay.
Oh, did you do that? You did this other side too. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at you. I did get Mater a truck.
Oh yeah.
I pulled up. It just came in today, and I have to build it. We're gonna work on it together. He's all excited about working on it together.
I'm surprised you have time for gaming.
Well, he's not home.
Oh.
He's with his mom today, so I told him it would be next week because I'm going to be gone over the weekend with the wedding and stuff. So I'll be home on, I guess Tuesday will be the first time I'll really be home. So actually, it might be like next weekend. But he wants it blue, and I think I'm going to go out and buy a second color blue because I have like dark blue, but I think I'm going to make the top light blue. And it was funny though because I had $200 saved, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to put this. Hang on one second, let me. Okay, I'm going to put. I'm going to let him pick whatever he wants, like $200 and under. So I put up this whole list of Tamiya trucks, like the Subaru Brat. There's like a couple Clodbusters, the big black truck that Goosey runs, like the Blackfoot. They're about $160, $170. They had a monster truck version of my Unimog, just all kinds of different trucks, right? And he loved the one that Evelyn has, the lunchbox, and that's the cheapest one. It's like just $100.
He's like his daddy.
and I'm like, are you sure? I mean, like, I'll buy whichever one you want, John. He's like, nope, I just want that one. I love that truck. And I'm like, all right. And so that's the one he picked.
Nice.
And so it's here, and it's like it has to be built though. Like the Tamiyas are all kits, so you have to put them together. In fact, I'm thinking I might actually do a video series putting it together, like.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, like so people can see, because it's really easy. It's only this truck especially. It's only maybe like 100 parts or less. So it's not like a super long build. It's probably like a 2 or 3 hour build. But it's fun, let's see here. I'm gonna try a cab view and see if I can keep this straight enough.
I find the cab that I'm sitting too tall in the seat.
Oh yeah?
In cab view, yeah.
Like, why do you feel like that? Just because it's so high above the hood?
Well, it's like I feel like I'm scrunched to the ceiling. I can't look out very well.
It is a small amount of view that you have because the nose is pretty long.
I just feel like I'm cramped, like I'm too tall for the cab.
Kyle too tall. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like it does sit you up pretty high. I don't mind it too bad. It's hard to stay on the line though, that's for sure. I'm sure if it was plowed it would be a little bit easier. This is such a freaking big... It's nice to be able to cultivate this much space at 10 miles per hour, though. We're really cooking,
Oh, yeah. I mean, gosh. I got 2 swipes. I'm like, wow.
Whoops, I missed a spot.
Nice.
It is really nice. I missed a spot, though. Clean that up.
Are we doing wheat still? Is that what you're doing?
On that field, yes, because I want the
straw.
The straw, so we can feed the cows more. We probably should at some point today pull out whatever feed is in there and put it into the silos.
And put in the mixed ration thing?
Yeah, because there's 2 silos for mixed rations, for pig food and mixed ration. So we can store that in the silo. That way there's room for more straw when we get it. Oh, whoa! Yeah, like this. Okay, so I was making a pretty fast corner with the cultivator, and it just whipped my tractor around. Like it weighed nothing.
Maybe they got some issues with that.
That doesn't happen with Big Bud. With the big one. I want my money back.
Yeah, really.
No, I'm still having fun.
Now, did you make this a horseshoe?
Make it a horse. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, Mark got a 1980 RX-7, and it's already leaking something in the garage.
Oh, poor Mark.
I'm like, Mark, it's leaking. He's like, oh no. So now he's like gonna have to figure that one out. But it's, you know what? It is really, really nice. Like, it's in immaculate condition. The interior is like, aside from the, you know, those little like the visors, the leather has puffed on those visors. But the guy bought new ones, so Mark's just gonna put those in. But other than that, the car is like, it's like you could eat off of it. It's spotless.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it has some fades and like little dings and scratches here and there, but it's just it's.
What do you want? Is body strength, no rust.
Yep, no rust.
No cancer.
No rust. Yeah. And he's just going to drive it on nice days, so. It's been in the garage for 3 days now. Though he did take it out last night. It's got one of those sunroofs, though. You just take the roof off. Like, you lift it off with your hands. And then put the metal piece in the back.
Somehow, I believe you're gonna be living vicariously through Mark.
I might drive that car here and there. I haven't gotten to drive it in daylight yet. I was like, Mark, can I take it out for a ride? Because I went to pick, the only time I drove it, I went to pick Ryan up from he does a cleaning job for his mom right now on Mondays, and so he went to clean and got done about 1 o'clock in the morning. So I had to drive it over to pick him up, and it's fun to drive. It's not fast, you know what I mean, and I'm not going to race it. Like, you can, it has a 7,000 RPM shift point, but I've been shifting it like at 4 to 4,500 RPM, and not pressing the gas to the floor.
Well, yeah, it's your son's car.
Right. I'm just like.
How'd you like to call him up to, yeah, Mark? I'm towing your car back to the house.
Oh man, and he doesn't drive like that either. So it's a really nice put together car, and it's in really good shape. And it has that old car smell, you know, like it's all leather seats, you know, like it's really, really nice.
Smells like dead cats?
Dead cats, dead cows. Now, they did have and I talked about this in one of my other videos, they had a Porsche 911 convertible, like this. I think it was the first year that they were water-cooled.
Stay away.
No, they're good, actually. They're pretty reliable. They're just, people don't want them because they want the air-cooled. Like, guys that are looking at that vintage want them air-cooled.
Oh, okay.
So right now is a good time to buy them because they're not old enough that they're collectors, but the collectors don't want them because they want the air-cooled version. But they're not new enough that they've held their value that much. So, like, in 10 years from now, the price will go up on them. But right now, they're pretty quote-unquote cheap. So it was a 6-speed, 300 horsepower, water-cooled Porsche convertible, and he was asking like $18,000 for it. You know, leather seat, 4-seater, leather seat interior. I was like, oh man, like I would buy that. You know, it's a little bit dings and scratches here and there. It wasn't perfect, but it was.
Yeah, but isn't it hard to repair that stuff?
I don't think about that. Yeah, it definitely would be expensive. You would be using it as a daily driver, though. The hope is that it would last a long time without having to have repairs, because you drive it like on weekends. You know, like that's the car I take to church. You know.
Right. But usually letting a car sit is not very good.
No, as long as you drive it once or twice a week, it should be fine. But yeah, you have to. You know, it's like darned if you do, darned if you don't. Hang on, I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm gonna push my mic away. And with that exciting cultivation, we are done with this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the series and getting to see the smaller bud do some work. Once again, this is the first farm on video that I have that has a big bud going for it. So it's nice to see it in action. And finally, we have Big Bud here on the farm. We are going to continue working tonight, so there'll be another episode following shortly. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thumbs up always help. Be sure to subscribe. Leave your comments. Love talking back with you guys. And last but not least, if you really want to support the channel, you can donate. There is a donate script or text down below in the description. You can follow that link to PayPal and donate there. So thanks, guys. Have a great night, and I will see you on the farm. Boop. Say goodnight, Micah.
Good night.
Micah.